The name Lucy, it was related actually to the image of the very first form of human being found in Africa, which they named Lucy. And this kind of relation to origins, roots, and kind of diving deep into your own essence kind of stayed with me in what is for me music aesthetic now.
I chose the name partly for the way it looks and partly for the way it sounds and partly for what it means, which is a play on the word Eros, the god Eros. Eros c'est la vie. So it has something to do with sexuality and eroticism and the body. It comes from Marcel Duchamp, who had a French artist who had a female pseudonym under this name.
For me, techno, I relate to it as an approach to electronic music mainly. Like when you sit down in the studio, you try to isolate yourself from any kind of external inputs and external influences. They are of course still very present, but it's a way more explosive and creative process.
I try to explore the border between those two worlds, you know, the more experimental sounds and the dance floor sounds. Lots of things to explore in this field, and I'm very interested in that, and that's what I'm bringing to Stroboscopic Artefacts. Actually, I think.
For me, techno is something that goes way back in my history, but I have a love-hate relationship with it. I think techno represents something really dark about the state of civilization that we've reached.
Well, tonight I played what I call a hybrid DJ set. It's a DJ set based on my own production, but also from other producers, which I mix together with modular synthesizer and drum machine. So that's why I call it hybrid, because it's something between live and DJ set.
When I'm playing a DJ set, I mix a lot, so I'm almost always mixing the whole time, and sometimes mixing just the high frequencies from one track with the low from another and this and that, so it's always a collage happening.
What's interesting about Sonar Off is that it's a whole city that become kind of a big scene, like for artists to express themselves, and in a frame of a label showcase, that was very interesting because it allows you to, like what I kind of chose as even lineup with Rrose, Kangding, myself, James Ruskin, Chevel, was to kind of give it a very wide spectrum of sound.
Right now I'm working on a new record for Ruskin, but I'm also working on a very sort of conceptual and work for Stroboscopic Artefacts, which probably is going to be the first EP is going to be released at the end of the year, and the next one next year. And yeah, this is a very exciting project for sure.
3 new Monad releases, and 2 of them are from label newcomers, Positive Center and Ken Carter, for Monad 19 and 21 respectively, and the Monad 20, which is kind of a special slot. I wanted to keep it for a new Zeitgeber release, because it has been a while since me and Speedy J did a whole release together, and I think that the Monad frame was quite perfect for what we felt when we sat down in the studio again together. When I heard the 3 releases in a row, I could really recognize each different like soundscape for each different artist, and they still sound as part of the same family, which is still very surprising to me, because there is not such a big mental process when I chose them, like, oh, it has to sound like this or like that. It's just like when you give certain stimuli into a certain frame of releases like the Monad to the artist, then they really respond in a certain way.
Which is a more, like say, more experimental label, but I think what I do with Stroboscopic is to exactly this, you know, like explore the frontier of this world, and try to expand them probably.
I like the label, and so when he organizes something, I know it's going to be something special.
Hello Parkett, I wanted to personally thank you for keeping on sharing this kind of underground culture in a territory like Italy, particularly, as I'm quite connected to it, as you probably know.